I've been looking at the numbers you showed me, and I honestly feel like I'm missing something. It feels illegal.
Illegal? How?
You're telling me I can put money in this account, buy companies like Apple or Amazon, let it grow to $1 million, and when I take it out, the government gets zero?
Zero. Nothing. It is a cheat code. The TFSA, Tax Free Savings Account, is the single most powerful wealth tool in Canada.
But why would they let us do that? There has to be a catch.
There is. Because it's so powerful, the government put electric fences around it.
Electric fences?
Strict rules. If you touch them, like over contributing or day trading, you get shocked. I'm talking about penalties, over contribution taxes, and that invisible fee on US stocks everyone warns you about.
Yes, I heard about the withholding tax. People online are saying don't buy US stocks in the TFSA.
We're going to break that myth today. It's not a warning sign, it's just a toll booth. I'll walk you through 3 simple ideas: your TFSA cheat code limit, the Boomerang Rule for withdrawals, and the so called US tax, which is really just a mosquito bite. And we're doing it simply, no accountant lingo. And quick disclaimer, we're sharing our own research and what works for us. We aren't financial advisors, so this isn't personalized advice. Let's dive in.
Okay, first rule. How much money can I actually put in? I checked the CRA website and it says $7,000 for this year. But then I hear people say they have way more room than that. So, which one is real?
They're actually both real, but they mean different things. 7,000 is this year's limit. What really matters is your total contribution room built up over time. Think of your contribution room like a backpack.
A backpack. Okay.
Every year since you turned 18 and you were living in Canada, the government gives you a little bit of space. Some years it's $6,000, some years it's 6,500. This year, 7,000.
And if I didn't use the space back then?
You kept the backpack. The space doesn't expire. It stacks up. So if you've been living in Canada for the last few years but never invested, you have a massive empty backpack waiting to be filled.
So I just need to add up the limit for every year I was eligible?
Exactly. That total number is your lifetime limit.
Okay. Here's a question that really stresses me out. What if I invest $10,000 and the market goes crazy and suddenly it turns into 100,000? Does that profit eat up my TFSA room?
No, this is the best part. Contribution room is only about what you put in through the front door. What happens inside the house? Totally irrelevant.
So if my $10,000 turns into $1 million,
You still have the same contribution room left for new money. The growth is free. It's invisible to the CRA. That is why it's a cheat code.
okay, growth is free. I love that. But what if I need the money? Let's say I buy a car. I take $5,000 out of my TFSA. Is that room gone forever?
No, but this is where people get shocked by the electric fence. When you take money out, you do get that room back. It's like a boomerang. You throw it out,
And it comes back?
yes, but, and this is a huge but, it doesn't come back until January 1st of the next year.
Wait, explain that.
Okay, imagine it's December 20th. You've maxed out your TFSA. You take out $5,000 for an emergency. 2 days later, you get a Christmas bonus. So you think, perfect, I'll just put that $5,000 back in. But if you try to recontribute before January 1st, you'll get hit with a penalty.
Why? I just took it out.
Because the government systems are slow. They don't refresh your limit until New Year's Day. So, in the eyes of the CRA, you took money out, which is fine, but then you tried to add new money when your limit was already full.
That is so tricky. So if I withdraw money, I should just wait until January to replace it?
Safest rule? Yes. Treat January 1st as the Great Reset. That's when you get all your old room back, plus the new room for the year.
Okay, let's talk about the thing that scares me the most. Withholding tax. I want to buy the S&P 500, the big American companies. But people say if I do that in a TFSA, I lose 15% of my money.
Okay, deep breath. You do not lose 15% of your money. You lose 15% of the dividend.
What's the difference?
Okay, let's do the math. Let's say you own an ETF that tracks the US market. It goes up 10% this year in growth, stock price, and it also pays you a 1.5% dividend in cash. The US government only touches the dividend.
So they take 15% of the 1.5%?
Exactly. It works out to something like 0.2% of your total investment. It is tiny. It's like a mosquito bite.
Okay, but how do I avoid it? Do I need to buy the US version of the fund?
TFSA? You can't really avoid it. RRSP? If you buy the US listed ETF directly, you can usually avoid that withholding tax. But then you have to convert your Canadian dollars to US dollars. Your bank will charge you a fee for that conversion, usually about 1.5%.
So I'm paying a conversion fee to save a tiny dividend tax?
Exactly. For a beginner, trying to avoid the tax usually costs more than just paying it.
So what's the simple solution?
For beginners, the simple move is buy the Canadian listed version. For the S&P 500, instead of VOO, you can buy VFV. It trades in Canadian dollars.
But doesn't the Canadian version still have that US tax?
Yes, with VFV, the fund manager handles the withholding tax automatically. You don't file anything. You don't do anything. You just receive a slightly smaller dividend.
So for a beginner, I should just ignore it?
Exactly. Don't let a tiny tax drag stop you from investing. For most people, VFV or an all in one fund like XEQT keeps life simple. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick reset. TFSA growth is tax free. Withdrawals come back next year. And the US withholding tax? It's real, but it's small. That's it. That's the framework.
Okay, I feel better. I'm going to check my limit tonight. I'll just log into the CRA My account and do whatever number is in the box.
Stop. Do not trust the box.
What? It's the government website.
It is laggy. Banks only report to the CRA once a year. If you put money in recently, or even a few months ago, the CRA website might not know yet. If you trust that number, you might overcontribute, and the penalty is 1% per month.
Okay, so I have to track it myself?
Yes, keep a note on your phone. My total lifetime room minus what I put in. That is the only number you trust.
Okay, my brain is kind of full, but I feel a lot clearer now. So, what should I actually do this week?
Just 3 things. First, figure out your TFSA limit. Add up every year you were 18 or older and living in Canada. Second, check your accounts and see how much you've already put in. And third, keep track of the number yourself. The CRA website is helpful, but it can be behind.
Okay, that feels manageable.
And if this still feels like a lot, go back and watch our last video, The Boring Minimum Strategy, Investing When You're Broke. That one helps you start without feeling stressed.
Yeah, that one really helped me.
Next, we're breaking down VFV versus VOO, the Canadian version and the US version, so you can decide which one actually makes sense for you.
Okay, I need that.
Make sure you're subscribed, and we'll see you in the next one.